Neuroatypical was the word I'd heard his new therapist using. Honestly, my parents were awesome, and it always supported my dreams, even when jealousy would rear its ugly head. I regretted those earlier stomping and pouting episodes when Ricky and his therapy appointments would take up most of their time. But the improvements he's made, especially speech-wise, helped me appreciate what a struggle it had been for all three of them. It was the reason I stayed out of trouble. Well, mostly. So I wouldn't put any more pressure on my parents. My best friend Trent Hollister called me the golden child, and not only for my unruly blonde waves. He'd known me since grade school. We'd always played ball together, and he understood why I towed the line. No way I'd want my family to have any more setbacks. I'd worked hard enough to get a scholarship to Easton U so they didn't have to worry about finances. Kellan says your fielding percentage is up too, Ricky said once he swallowed a decent-sized piece of chicken, knowing Mom would urge him to clean his plate. This was one of the few meals he wasn't as picky about. Did he now? I replied in as nonchalant a voice as I could muster, even as my stomach gave me that strange, swooping feeling. It secretly thrilled me that Ricky discussed my stats with Kellan, the team's resident brainiac/bat boy, /adorable-as-hell college junior. Kellan will be there, right? Ricky asked. Kellan always sought Ricky out and talked to him for way longer than he had to, and I'd be eternally grateful for that. As far as I know, he was present at every home game and a lot of away games too, even though he wasn't required to be. But it was obvious Coach depended on him a lot, for stuff that went above and beyond organizing the equipment. I'm sure he'll say hello if he sees you in the stands. Ricky fist-bumped the air. Awesome! Somebody has a crush on the coach's son, Mom said, and my head whipped up, my cheeks instantly heating like I'd stepped inside a sauna. Had I said my thoughts aloud? I don't have crushes on boys, Ma. Only girls, Ricky said in his matter-of-fact tone, and I breathed out because who knew how close to my truth they would get. I'd always wondered what my parents would think about my crush on Kellan Crawford. I only meant that you like Kellan's personality. And who wouldn't? Mom playfully rolled her eyes. Or maybe his brain. Speaking of brains, Mom zeroed in on me. How are your grades? She worried I'd fall behind as baseball season ramped up, but I was finally getting into my core classes in exercise physiology and enjoying them way more. The schedule afforded players time to keep up with the course load during the week, and most guys studied on the bus if they had any pressing tests or assignments. Not that my dream didn't include tryouts for a minor league team, and then shooting for the big time under the lights. But I had to be smart and get a degree in something that interested me, in case that idea fell through. I wasn't the only player with stars in his eyes, and there were only so many slots. My grades are fine, Mom. It was true I'd struggled sophomore year with calculus and nearly failed the class. If I'd known a certain someone a bit better back then, I might have asked him to tutor me. Stop thinking about Kellan Crawford. That would surely not go over well with Coach. But the truth was, it was Kellan who'd made me realize that I was very much into guys. I dated a handful of girls over the years, and never understood why I wasn't as excited about sex as my friends were. Not that I was never turned on, just never felt that intense need, or whatever it was, to be around someone all the time. Until Kellan Crawford walked onto the field as Coach's new bat boy. The last guy in that position had gone off to college after assisting the team through his senior year of high school. Coach likely thought his son was the perfect choice since he lived near campus, knew all his dad's habits, and was amazing with sports stats. Was even going for a statistics degree. He helped his dad with a little of everything, including unofficially analyzing the numbers from our data recorders and giving his opinion on the roster. God, Kellan hated the bat boy.